Alrighty then, stand to McWars, and welcome back to another episode of MegaMek as we continue the campaigns of the Striking Serpents, and today we have a very special operation for everybody here. Hello Kaelger, hello Otto, hello Maniacal Pirate Knight, Urando has just come to join with us, Talik 20, even Shade is here, Weighted Lizard, nice to see you, good morning to you as well. Alright, so a very special episode of MekHQ. So, in a previous episode, several weeks back at this point, in stream time, actually, I believe it was like the second or third stream that we ended up doing. How's the beautiful car doing? Not well. I will, it's in the shop and I will not get it until late next week at the earliest. So, fingers crossed that everything will go reasonably fine. Shade is often here. Shade often lurks, though. He likes to keep quiet as he works on far more important things. Alright, so a few weeks ago we had a pilot, Thunder, played by our friend Arenthal over at the Discord. We got in the middle of a bit of an altercation. There was a special mission that came up, as happens in MekHQ, between him where he was betrayed by two enemy mechs. Now, Thunder drives a Raven, which is a 35-ton scout mech. He drives a Raven 2X, so there is that. He's got a large laser, two medium lasers, and an SRM-6. Which, not bad armament. And he's squaring off against a Spider and an R60L. The battle went pretty well, actually. We managed to see off the Spider. He retreated with his tail between his legs, and we almost killed. I mean, we came within one more shot of hitting the cockpit of that R60L before it would have exploded. Very, very close to taking that out. Unfortunately, the R60L got the better shot at the end of the day, knocked out the pilot, captured him, and thus we lost. Yes, but then the AC-20 hit us. Yeah, I saw that we didn't have an options prog, but we're just going to sort of knuckle through it because, you guys, there's too much text on the screen that needs to kind of be read. So, as I was saying, because of that, he was captured by deserting Capellan forces to the Duchy of Endurian, and we've been doing a couple of missions to try and get enough intelligence to actually act on that, and we finally have managed to do it. We have finally located the enemy, and now we are going to, or we finally located where he's being held, the prison facility that he's at, and we're going in to bust him out. Now, to do this, it's a multi-part plan consisting of several different missions, as few as 3, as many as 5, depending on how things end up turning out. With any luck, we'll survive to the end of it and we'll manage to get our pilot back, but if not, then several more pilots may end up captured and we'll have to look into a second round of doing that. So the first part of the plan involves the Striking Serpents is Adder Lance, which is their assault mech lance. It consists of our lovely heroes, we can see right here. Right here. It consists of 2 Stalkers, a Highlander, and an awesome, and of course, not necessarily the Lance leader, but definitely a focal point of the Lance, a 100-ton Atlas. I'm actually really proud of my players that they didn't immediately just go for all 100-tonners. They've spread out. So this is 1 of 3 to 1 of 5. This is huge. Depending on how things turn out. This is, I'll be honest, sort of the most ambitious attempt I've ever done. Oh god, have I stuck him on a pillar? No, he can get down. Whew, I did test that beforehand. Alright. You had me scared there for a moment. This is the most sort of ambitious mission that I've ever tried to run before, both in its multi-part complexity and all the setup required to get this thing going. So I don't know if this is going to 100% work. So there may be bugs, there may be things where I have to go in and reset things and try and shove things back in to make it work properly. But if it does work well, then we'll probably see more of missions like this with this kind of early setup. So the first part of the mission involves our Adder Lance, and Adder has basically decided to play bait. There is a heavy reaction force in this sector that we're trying to go for. The prison has a fairly substantial reinforcing group, which consists of these 3 Lances right here and associated air forces. In order to successfully go after this prison, we're going to have to draw these guys away. Since they outnumber us rather severely and with a significant amount of firepower, we're going to want to make sure that we do that with our own assault lance. So Adder, their whole mission in this current mission is to survive for 20 turns or destroy 50% of the enemy BPV. If they can accomplish one of those missions, Adder's part of the mission will be successful, and these varied forces will not show up in any other mission. If they fail, these forces will show up in everybody else's mission. Not necessarily as a group, but there will be rather substantial resistance. We do not have a Mackie, but we have 200 ton availables, and this time in Atlas and a Mackie. We don't have a Mackie. So, are we getting some RD and ASF support? You will not be getting artillery support. Artillery is currently being done in order to cut off the main supply routes with other locations. So in order to prevent anybody else from getting in on this area, artillery is fully engaged. You do, however, have aerospace fighter forces. Now, the Transgressor and the Corsair are on a one-pass haul-ass order. They're gonna show up, bomb, and disappear. Because they will be moving on to support a second mission. The Hellcat, which is being driven by Greybeard Ray, who I haven't actually seen in a little while, so if anybody knows he's okay, we should check in on that. And the Sky Shatter, which is another one of our players, they will be sticking around to provide as much fire support as possible. Additionally, we have way off over here Boa Lance hiding in wait. Now, Boa is there in order to try and help save the day if Adder can't handle it. Spirits, thank you for the subscriber. There's a lot of explanation. I'm sorry. We're gonna, just to make sure that everybody can understand. I kind of want to make sure that it's all out there. But yeah, a little bit of heartbeat love for Spirits and his go. Spirits is one of our techs right now. He plays Jaeger, and he will probably have a lot of work to do at the end of this. But Boa Lance is up here in a position to reinforce at any point. In chat right now is Mustario Warden, and he is actually the Lance leader in this Archer for Boa Lance. He may decide at any point to attempt to begin to move across these bridges to support Adder Lance against this massive incoming force. Or, at any point, he may leave the battle and go off to attack a secondary objective, which is a research lab which is believed to contain very specialized prototype equipment from the Free Worlds League, which would be a nice pickup in terms of, special Lost Tech potentially. Or just various things that have been rediscovered since Lost Tech has ended up occurring. If at any point Boa Lance is shot at or shoots at any of these ground forces, they are considered engaged and they're locked in this mission. They can't do the bonus mission anymore. They can start moving towards the location at any time, but the moment they get shot at or they shoot somebody, bonus mission is gone, disappears entirely. If that doesn't happen, then Boa gets away, goes off to the research lab to do their very interesting tight-end mission. Loot boxes. Yes, there are loot boxes which will be as part of their mission. If Boa shows up, the enemy realizes it's a trap, and so they will start to attempt to withdraw. And if Adder and Boa cannot achieve victory by destroying 50% of the enemy forces within 5 turns, then the enemy withdraws in good order, and then gets to show up on other missions. So it becomes a little bit difficult. If, however, Boa is engaged on turn 15, the enemy can't get away no matter what they do, because they will hit turn 20 before that ends up happening. So there's a little complexity in this mission, but I like it because it definitely sort of raises the stakes and makes it very difficult for us to win properly. But if we do, we remove all of these units, which is, a lot of assault mechs from showing up on a lot of other missions who are not capable of handling this level of pressure. Do you have a strategy? I'm actually stealing your strategy. So I was paying attention to what you guys were writing in character and out of character chat as to what you guys had in mind, and I will attempt to execute that strategy that you guys said. So the goal is going to be to try and knock out these vehicles and then hide behind the ridge and see if we can't blow up everybody who tries to come on after them. It's a reverse hill defense, which can work out pretty decently. Remember me and Pyro both flying? They'll go down much faster. Which part? Go for heads? Yes, go for the heads, boys. If I see members of the Striking Serpents who are in chat right now start mentioning that they want to start doing things, I'll try and pay attention to that. It'll be easier to pay attention to if you use the C-Bills option to highlight your message. Otherwise, I may kind of lose it in the melee, and I assume Sprog will also kind of bring it up, whatever. Does that mean I'm a backseat gamer with that actual game experience? It's not a bad plan. But yeah, so the enemy so our good guy forces again are a Stalker T20. Actually, we'll go from the top. So we have a Stalker 3FL, and the 3FL is being driven by Sergeant Vanguard, who is Vanguard Mark 1 over in the chat. We then have our Highlander 733C, which is being driven by Michael Ritter, which is Pyro. Then we have our Atlas 7DF, and the only difference on the Atlas 7DF versus the Atlas 7D is we took the rear-facing medium lasers and they aim forward. We have, of course, Private James Thomas, whose call sign is redacted, which is A-Bubble, in chat. If you see him, say hi. Then we have our awesome AWS 8Q, which is being driven by the lovely and talented K-Ogre, which, K-Ogre, you randomed up that pilot portrait. I don't know if you know this, but that kind of seems to fit in my head perfectly for you. If this is successful, the rescue pilot is getting a mission out after. I want to expand our company inventory to get some new mechs. How the good old boys doing? They're just about to get started. I just wanted to say, roll well and no takesies backsies. And then, of course, we have our last mech in Adder is our Stalker T20, which is being driven by Rockfist, which is Talik20 over in the chat. So, quite a few of you are actually here. So you'll get to watch in real time how well you do. And by the way, you randomed up tier, which was awesome. Then over in Boa, we have, of course, our Archer R6, which is being driven by the Landslater, pilot of Mustario Astramici, which is Warden. Then we have our Marauder 3DJ. DJ is not anything to do with music. It's a Marauder 3D, except it has jump jets. So there's J. I am incredibly original. Being driven by Ursta Shell, which is... type in chat. Stormwind it is. And he... bit of a head capper on his own. He has very constantly done that. Then we have the Crusader being driven by Autobot Mech. Warg is his pilot. We have our Warhammer being driven by Lorendel, which is Aaron Gabriel Charger, who has gone through several Chargers before, and also several Warhammers at this point. And then currently, sort of subbing in a Rifleman, we have the newest member of Boa Lance, which is Big Brick. So yeah, this is going to be fun. Assaults are usually flexible. I think all the mechs in this lance can do both. Can long range roll. Yeah, pretty much everybody is set up for the same thing. The only one who has a bit of a difficulty in a brawl is going to be K-Ogre's Awesome and the T20 because it has 2 PPCs, but the T20 also has a pretty significant close range punch. It's got 3 SRM6s and like 4 medium lasers or something like that. So it can brawl pretty decently. The Stalker 3FL is equipped with lasers only, so it has swing range all that it wants. Atlases are pretty comfortable in both, a little bit more comfortable close up, but they can do both range. And the Highlander is basically a mini Atlas at this point, so again, can do both, a little bit more comfortable in close range. We'll probably have to rely on melee attacks and deal enough damage quickly enough. Well, first things first, we're gonna move. So, quick question to Pyro. Do you wish to begin moving towards them, or do you want to hold position here? So, I will actually kind of jostle them around because the enemy does have artillery, rather significant artillery. They have 4 long toms off board right now, which are shelling the board continuously. So at some point, Pyro, get back to me. Are you going to move in to assist now? Are you going to wait, or do you want to leave the board? If you leave the board, guaranteed to go for the special mission, but if Adder fails... Oh, I'm sorry. You both have M at the very beginning. Sorry, Miss Adder. On your command. So yeah, sorry, Warden. So Warden, if you want to move off the board, you're guaranteed to get the mission, but if Adder fails, reinforcements will be arriving against that mission. You can start moving towards them, or you can hang out. Only 4 long times. Well, you've got an entire fire base, which giant mountain guns shooting. It'll be fine. Hold for now. Alrighty. I was wondering what was going on. This bodes well. Alright, so we will have you guys chill. And I'm going to use you ruthlessly as an initiative sink. Because I need it. The long toms did have 1 free turn to do stuff, so... Because of the way that this is set up, this is actually turn 2. Every single unit on this board was hand-placed, so... at least we can use them as an initiative sink, so that's nice, yep. What is the maximum range of PPCs? Rando cheering with 100 bits. Good luck, McWarriors. You're going to need it. Can't wait to see how this plays out. So excited. I'm pretty excited too. Let's see. PPCs will have a range of... Not showing my firing solution. Oh yeah, because I haven't selected a weapon. That would help. Weapon, PPC. That long. So, however long that is. 18 tiles. So this is a 35 by 40 map, I believe, or 35 by 45 or something like that. 30 by 45. So yeah, things will be good. Okay, we have my first mission. And it's your favorite tactic. I am a kind and generous commander. I don't deliberately get my people killed, but I will duck you down, don't worry. So we're dropping him down. And then we do want to go for these tanks and these Shreks. But these thugs, man. Oh, these thugs up close are going to be rough. But at least I have to start moving them now. Alright. I would like to move the Stalker 3FL. This is some interesting fire lines, actually. Life is about to be painful. I want to always move at least 3 tiles because we're going to need it. I don't want to place myself in too big of a risk on this one. Ugh, that would be an option. Let's open up with a nice little hop. The next turn I can hop back and be mostly hidden. So this hides me from this group. Fully reveals me over here. But I think I can make this work. Potentially. I'm gonna pressure in a little bit. That's a logo engaged. I noticed, but I can't fix that. He's spelling it. Just stand on the swamp tile and disappear if things go badly. Diablo, get off my property. But the jumping will give me an additional pip of evasion if I'm gonna need it. So, alright, that's us all moved. Oh boy. Doug's moving in. He's got 2 SRM4s and a pair of PPCs as well. So there is a lot of firepower. There's a lot of PPCs here. Also, when the artillery starts flying, life is going to get painful very, very quickly. Oh, interesting. And the Battlemaster ran for an undergun engagement. I think I'm going to have my Atlas bully this thug. Alright, so the primary target is hopefully vehicles. Beautiful. So we want to knock out these Devastators. If we knock out the Devastators, they don't have a close range punch. You'll notice that a lot of these units are a little bit more built for long range combat. So we do want to kill the Devastators as hard as we possibly can. So we want to go damage high-low. They're outside of our medium laser range, which is unfortunate. But they are very much inside large laser range. And I've got enough to sort of throw away at you. So 29 heat for 29 buildup. Could burn hot early on. That might actually be a good idea. Let's burn hot. 3, 6, -4, so 2, 5. Yep, thank you. Yeah, I just remembered it too. Thank you. I would never have guessed that they were long range for the 13 PPCs. You have miscounted the number of PPCs, sir. Yeah, so we're actually building 34, which is 5. I don't want to push 7 yet, so we'll do that. That'll be a pretty blistering opening. The Highlander. Highlander is in a position to engage this thug immediately. He's not really in a position, but again, the primary target is the vehicles. I want these Devastators and I want them dead. Fortunately, the accuracy is going to be bad because we did do a jump. So, yeah, we were very, very defensive on that one. It's going to make life rather painful. I'm going to dump the LRM-20 on the Devastator. Switch over to the AC-20. Target the thug. Whew, maybe not. How many rounds do I have? I have 10. Spit the AC-20 to be Spitfire. Also, your head is covering the 2 hit. Oh. There you go. It'll be right above. Good workout. Split fire on the tanks, interesting. I literally couldn't, oh, you mean just in general? Yeah, you're gonna have to, because what we want to do is we want to immobilize them at the very least and hope for a crit at the most. So, and again, Boa said that they were gonna hold for now, so they're not gonna shoot. They're staying hidden from the enemy, so they don't engage them. And the Atlas. You're in nice close range combat range. I am going to fire an AC-20 at his face. But I am going to back that up with an LM-20 towards the Devastator. And I have enough heat to see if I can't get a freebie LRM fire, and we're going to build about 5 pips of heat, because I don't want to push the 8 yet. So I want to see if I have PPCs. QCC? Oh, let it take a sec. I'll be listening to most people. Unfortunately, the Awesome's not in range because we did want to get him out of the line of fire of just being the central attraction for everybody to shoot at. Again, primary target here is the Devastators. Again, accuracy is going to be poor because we did jump, and that's a +3. So we would have a 6 to hit if I didn't try and place it defensively, which I probably shouldn't have bothered because the Atlas is about to eat all of the fire. All right, 2 PPCs. And then you can enjoy a medium laser to the face. Oh goodness, I'm already seeing... Okay, good. So, enemy Awesome opens fire and nailed our Atlas twice, so that's already going to be 1 check. Large laser missed, large laser hit, so +1 on his driving rolls. So only one of the large lasers hit, which is really disappointing, considering he needed a 6. So not opening well there. Open fire for the Battlemaster, nailing the Stalker. More motive system damage chance, but failed because the LRM-20's hit, but they didn't get the crit. Oh, we're not getting what we needed. Oh, life is about to be all kinds of pain. And they are already through the left arm armor of the Atlas. And the Atlas goes down. To be fair, he needed to roll a 5. What? You guys, come on. Do you want to win or do you want to fail? He barely manages to avoid a pilot damage roll. What the hell? Oh, God. You people are trying to win, right? Alright, we already got to pull back because the Atlas is going to get smoked. Oh, he can't back up. Oh, because he's facing the wrong direction. Shit. Pain is about to be real. Why is he so hot? No, he's not hot. Why can't he move fast enough? Still have your legs, right? Everyone, we lost our heavy. I was like, he's not dead. He's just hurt. Okay. Do have to get you up. Okay, so that means a stalker has to move. Several stalkers need to move. Jump. Turn to shoot. Alright. Second stalker. Let's get you out of the way. Start to back you up. Oh no, that's the Highlander. Used as to why you're so slow. I must have pushed too hard. Alright, we'll back you up 1. See if you can't accept a little bit of damage on your side. Elevation difference, I think. No, there's nothing in your left arm on your stalker. Isn't lying down a mech or a death sentence pretty much? No, it's not a death sentence, but it's not going to be particularly pleasant. Those moves were going to happen regardless, but it might have placed us in a better position. Hide, stay hidden, do not engage. Artillery fire begins this turn, I believe. Or not. Yeah, this turn actually. So, left arm of the Atlas has just got opened up. Oh, and the Atlas has a medium laser in that arm. Awesome MekHQ. Let's back you up. Where to back up to? Pop up here, you can shot it a lot. That'll put you in a good position to start engaging the Devastators. Should account for both. No, that's why I said on board. So if you'll notice, if you go to the briefing room, it specifically mentions ground units that are on the field. So any air units that come to bomb us don't count, and any God, what are they called? Any artillery hits don't count either. Bombs will be showing up in 2 turns. Back up 3. We'll use you as a missile defense. Ooh, the thug backed off a lot. Not that he wants to be in close anyway, but... Alright. That's my back to them. My back to them. Which is gonna suck, but I can't do much else. Because if I went here, I'm not blocking anybody's shot on us, so... Move here and hope for the best. If I can keep the Atlas on his feet in the next turn, we can do some good work with him. Alright, awesome versus awesome combat. This is awesome. Back from work, so what did I miss? Things have just gotten started. Moving kind of defensively, so hiding by the him won't work well. Yeah, that's kind of my hope. Devastator moved in. Ooh, 5s. Do I think that you can hit on a 5? I think that you can. Prove me to be right. Okay, that's heat. It's 3. I don't want to build 5 anymore. I can't afford the mobility debuff. Not yet. Highlander, perfect position to engage you. Unfortunately, too much accuracy. 120. 7, but it's on the front, which makes it less likely to cluster into something good. Those 2 closest mechs stay close, we can surround them with all 5 mechs and melee them to death. We could do something like that, and actually that's kind of what I'd like to get the Atlas into doing. But that's going to take a little bit of time to get there. Fire on you, see if I can't get some scatter done. And I will lob an AC-20 shell in your face. F4 build-up I can handle. Oh, there it is. There we go. Atlas is a slow beast. This is true. This is very true. Needs a 10. Not working for me, are you? Just okay. That'll work. I can get the LRM-20 sighting on something. 9, 8. Fire on the 8 because you might have a better chance, and then you will take the AC-20 to the face. Doubt it'll hit, but gotta make every shot count. Awesome. 8s, that'll be a 7 over here. We're gonna open up with all the guns. Fire, fire, fire. And just because you're so gosh darn close. Building for heat? No, because I'll stick with what I've got. Where is that Goliath that you were posting in the Discord? It's right here. Currently sharing a space. Yeah, right there. With that awesome better service as an alarm mode. Yeah, it's Kyogre's mech, and Kyogre specifically requested an energy heavy armament so that he could most effectively use his weapons. I would like to PPC one of y'all. This jump is really killing my accuracy. But I needed to get back. I'm gonna double tap the PPCs. We'll hope for some luck. And then you guys are doing nothing. Oh, okay. Left arm gone. Duchy of Coruscant? Coruscant? Alright, so the Stalker managed to hit large laser 3 times. Major damage, vehicle immobile. Okay, this Devastator, ignorable at this point. So he's never going to get enraged to use his AC-20s. So 1 Devastator is currently immobilized, which is very helpful. The Awesome did, however, knock off the Atlas's arm, which sucked, and then, managed to hit him with all 3 shots, which is painful. Our Highlander opened fire, got major motive system damage, -1 movement point, so he's slower, but he's not stopped yet. we eventually can make it more mobile, but we'll get there. Weapons fire for the Battle Master, blasting the PPC at the Awesome, and everything else at the Awesome, which he's nailing every single shot, it looks like. Weapons fire the DF, misses, and more misses. Lots of misses coming out of Awesome. The Stalker T20 actually did manage to nail the Devastator with a PPC and gave him another +1 to driving skill rolls. That's going to really help us, but every little bit is somewhat useful. Emperor plinking away, not able to get a good hit. Atlas did take a little bit more LRM-10 fire. Right leg is penetrated on the Atlas. God, that Atlas is just absorbing so much fire. And the Devastator double tapping at the Atlas, but missed both times. Very useful. Shrek, however, not having nearly as much problems. And they're through on his left torso as well. Critical hit on the engine there through his center torso, and he goes down. Left torso's out. Center torso. Oh, we're going to lose the Atlas. I'm really shooting your jumper, so yeah, I get that stroke. You fuck. You rolled a 3 twice in a row. Really? Needs a 5. That's all he needed to stay standing. Nope. Needs a 3 needs a 5 to avoid damage. Rolls another 3. And then you got Kyogre, who took 20 damage, doesn't fall. Like a rock. Bubble, you gotta step up your game here. You're being shown up. Yeah, that Atlas is dead. There's no way that Atlas is not dead. He's just gonna get centrified. Can we be pro? Vanguard higher status. All right. Yeah, I think the Atlas is gonna have to bail out on this one. There's just. The mech is going to die, is its main problem. Can we even win this with bow? Oh yeah, this is doable. Remember, you only got to survive 20 turns. Honestly, it's coming out worse than it is because Bubble can't get a stability check to save his life, even though he's only got to roll a 5 on 2d6. So, of course, they're probably just going to raffle stomp me in a second. So yeah, there's that. If the enemy isn't even firing us yet. The enemy is firing at you. Yep, hiding behind the hill is the plan. It'll work. Especially now that we've immobilized one of the Devastators. So, does Boa want to start moving out? Sort of why I'm waffling to see if Visario wants to bring him on in. You have Boa Lance waiting in the wings. They can begin moving over here. All you need to sell me is the free stuff. Well, not free stuff. You are going to have to fight for it. So do you want loot crates, or do you want to rush in and try and help the damage? In fairness to Bubble, he rolled 2 sets of Snake Eyes with an AC 20. He's not doing well, is he? Wait for air assets? Air assets show up next turn. So. Actually, enemy air assets showed up now. So. They get to show up a turn early. So a pair of iron sides are coming in. I did not Bubble. Oh, you did? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Bubble did either. That's how he's rolling today. Come on, Warden. I need an answer. Mainly because I also want to use you as an initiative sync, regardless of what you pick. Just need to survive. Makes things a lot easier. It does. Gotta come around the hill. What kind of planes are those? They are iron sides. You can look them up on Sarna. Iron side. Actually, no. As long as I'm waiting for Warden. Not yet. If it gets any worse, then I'll start moving. Okay. Warden holding position. So I will initiative sync you. And remember, folks, one of the things that he has to consider is the fact that if he engages, the moment the enemy takes notice of him by getting shot or shooting at him, he has a 5-turn timer to win the game at that point via kill, which can make life difficult. Alright, so 5-turn initiative sync and time to eject. Actually, no, I just want to make sure that I'm selecting the right one. DF, yep. Eject, abandon mech. Needs a roll of 7. No way. Alright, so he's bailed out of the mech. There he is, Private James Thomas. Hopefully he will not die. And the thug. Got a Devastator rushing on in. I think they've realized that they've got a problem on their hands. Alright, where's my Stalker 3 FL? I would like to back up. I'd like to back up faster than that, please. Not gonna be able to. Alright, back up to there. He can't go down surfaces if you back up. So, what does that do with medium lasers? Okay, so the Devastator will not be in range. That's my main concern. I mean, of course, we're going to get shot at by a lot of PPCs, but we'll work on it. How's your armor? Armor is golden. I trust him to be a better pilot, too. Let's see. Highlander, I want to wait on. Talika, I want to wait on all of you. Jump in the swamp bubble. Hide will fish out later. Are those turrets up there? No, there are no turrets. There's a pair of satellite dishes and a hardened standard building with a cool little design on top. Not sure what it's for, but it's not a turret. Alright. You want to get the Highlander in W. Awesome. Awesome is the next maneuver. Back up. Gonna get shot up by this Devastator. Guaranteed. Backing up slightly. Thug moving. Awesome moves. Oh, Highlander can't get that position. Gonna be a +3. He got nothing. He's at a +2. Pilot's a gunnery, so it'll be a 7 to hit this awesome if I jump. Also, you know, all the associated heat with that. But that would let me slug it out with this awesome pretty hard. And that'll also put him in a position behind the hill now where he can start having a more important impact on the battle. Which I kind of do like. Here. No, that's not a swamp. It's just light woods and jungle. Thug's not yet coming up the hill. That's a blind section. I don't want to go there. How fast did you move? Mod 1. You are a 7, 5, 8. 8 is not exactly ideal. 7 against the awesome. I think it's the turn where we gang up on an awesome. Or I... Ooh, oh god. That's tempting. The Battle Master just gave me his ass. Oh god, that's tempting. Look at that. I know it's a trap. But it's a good trap. Because that's a dead Battle Master there. You got that in. Well, yeah, the Devastator will be in range, but I'll be jumping. Oh, you bastard tempted me like that. That's cruel. That's so cruel. Oh, turn it. Weapon systems. Oh, yeah. And outside. Bounce it. Whoop. Atlas destroyed by... Oh, he succeeded. When he's getting out of the mech, he can bail no problem. Yeah, they're baiting you with the Battlemaster, that's clear, but it's so tempting. If you look at it from the perspective of wanting to destroy the enemy target, it's like the most tempting thing ever. But we're not here to destroy the enemy, we're just here to hold them off, which is something to keep in mind. Alright, I can laserize the hell out of this Devastator. I can also laserize the hell out of the awesome. But I think I've got the awesome pretty much squared away. The triple tap. I'm gonna twist so I can get that better shot. With that, and then we'll add the smattering of fire a little bit over there. That builds 1. That builds 4. It's 29 plus 4 is 33. Yeah, that'll be good. The zap. The Highlander's in a decent position to cause a lot of damage if he does well. I need you to roll better than a 50%. Fire. And I will follow up with the SRMs. Building heat, man. Building heat like it's going out of style, because it is. And then PPC, PPC. PPC again. I will have 35 heat, which is a +7. That's my protocol right there. So, See if we can knock out that Devastator. Talik, we brought you down here for a reason, and that reason is pain. Oh, actually no. You are fighting last year. There you go. Please kill an awesome. Oh. So sorry. You're about to die. They decided they were taking no prisoners. Alright, so the awesome fires at the stalker. Oh, enemy awesome. Hits, miss. Good, we needed that. Our stalker fires back. Turret jammed. Driving roll. Oh, we're not getting that critical hit that we need. You could have shot the Battlemaster with the awesome. We have quality attack. We do. That's going to cost us 1 million C-bills. But so we've jammed the turret and made it pained. Battlemaster firing at our awesome. Diz managed to get a couple more hits in with medium lasers. Highlander missed the awesome with the big gun, and then, you know, hit everything else. So the SRM6 was a little less useful. That AC-20 would have been lovely. Can I please invert these two? Thug missed all 3 shots on the Mech Warrior. They really want him dead. Awesome, managing to punch through that front armor. He's got 4 structure remaining on that Devastator. And he's slowed down even more. Complaining that we don't have any money for the 1 million from your paycheck. Oh, if only one more of these had hit that front armor, it would have taken the entire Devastator out of the fight. Oof. Thug firing at the stalker, missed with both PPCs. Good. Happy to see it. Talik managing to miss medium laser. Hit, miss, hit. So he's being pretty. Oh, he even got a headshot on it. So that's going to make him pretty vulnerable, actually, because he's down to 7 armor plus, like, what, 3 something? Kyogres are wild there at the moment. Emperor opening fire on the stalker, missing everything. The stalker FL. And weapon fire for their Stalker 3F, missing everything. Thunderbolt misses everything. Devastator hits our awesome in the center torso. Just, oof. Ow. And gets a head hit. So that Devastator just, oof, the pain. Shark PPC opening fire on the awesome, managing to hit, miss. And center torso on the awesome's been opened up. So life is pain. Both awesomes stay awesome and standing. Oh, also, Private James shooting, managing to hit 1 damage on the right torso of the thug. We're gonna kick you. Boot. So hits, both of us hit. Our stalker is a little bit more complicated, capable of handling the combat. Starting to trim him down. Starting 4 heat to the battle computer. 4 by 8 to... Ooh, Emperor's in the battle computer too. Interesting. How's the head character? It could be better. Kyogre's a brand new pilot. He doesn't like have anything at this moment. So edge is something that has to be applied. Alrighty, here comes our air support. We're gonna need it. So, I want to set myself up to murderize this. Grounds Guesser is equipped with missile, or just lasers. This will be fun. Transgressor is going to be a 1-pass all ass. It's going to get on the board and then it's going to leave without ever coming back, ever again. Also, we have to keep in mind of coming in to shoot down the enemy. Thing, right? Come on, where is it shown? All weapons. Wait, do you seriously not have any bombs? Oh, I didn't give you any bombs. Right, I wanted you light and nimble so you could dogfight. We've got high explosives on some of them. But do we start moving up? You're gonna have to let me know. The bow can wait this round. Says the commander of Diamondback. Alright. A little higher. A little higher. There. Corsair. I love this Corsair so much. I was so happy when it showed up in the shop. And then Greybeard's back in his Hellcat, in the kitty cat. Hopefully going to have a disastrous effect on the enemy. Boy, right there. No bombs. There'd be no bombs in this run. God, getting Talik off of this mountain is proving to be hilariously annoying. Alright, so, let's see. See what miracles, though if the Goliath goes down, then we commit. We don't have a Goliath. The bombing room brigade, that's the problem, Sprug. If Tarek retreated behind the hill, the question is, will he? Yeah, I'm on the way back. We're seeing Gray in his Hellcat. I know, isn't it? Shade wants the strafing run to go through. Gordon, what's it up? We can wait a few more turns, rounds, but it's starting to look grim. Okay. Rifleman sit. Warhammer sit. Marauder sit. Crusader sit. Archer sit. We don't have a Goliath. They have a Goliath. That's the enemy Goliath. They have to buy some at least 10 turns. I would agree. We're working our way back there, but it's got to be carefully set up. That'll get our stalker back there, and now we've cut off pretty much half the group. So his turret's locked. He's immobile, but he's gonna. Ooh, he stopped moving. Did he not move at all? Show me. Show me your capabilities right now. Ooh, he's cruise 1-2, so he's very, very slow. Okay. The American Goliath is so far back that he won't go down. Alright, Highlander's in a good position. I want to get the Awesome, however, way out of the way. Unfortunately, I'm not in position to get him way out of the way. Well, sort of. 3. 3's going to be his full movement. Okay, so it's going to buy his shoulder. I'll play him chilly this turn so I can get him running out of here. Alright. Oh yeah, the private. I want to move up here so that the thug will pick him up and thus get him off the field so he doesn't die. But I suppose I shouldn't do that. Well, if I put him here, the thug, oh no, he's currently not visible by most of the enemy. Alright, sit still. Awesome didn't move. Ooh. Now that, sir, is a very questionable maneuver. Also, this turret locked on the Devastator means that his engagement range ends here. He can't hit anybody. Rip Atlas? Yes, the Atlas went down. It was painful. Okay, so the Awesome didn't move. That's very, very interesting. Why didn't the Awesome move? Highlander's our big swinging stick right now. He's visible by a Thug and 2 Shreks. That's a lot of PPCs. Start back until he got a Highlander push in there instead. I would rather, if you did something like that. Oh, you can't. You're on a 3 movement as well? Jesus. I really pushed the heat sinks hard on these guys. I wanted that defense. I wanted it bad. Okay. I'm just worried about all the Shreks. Because they're gonna peel off armor like it's nobody's business. Cannon's on his right arm, right? But he'll have the range. He won't be able to kick, but he'll have the range. Okay, 1 Ironsides is going to the north. Oh, that's a beautiful shot for Gray. Gray could vector in on that hard. Oh, look at The line is perfect. Sorry, it was just too perfect. Great, I'll come back, don't worry. Alright. Accelerate, because he's going to need an extra wave of acceleration. He's going to need 2 waves of acceleration. Unless we go after someone like that. Now it's going to need 2 waves. I'm going to nail this Shrek. Be awesome stood. Our stalker could go back. Go behind him. If he went behind him, he'd be in range. Well, actually, the devastator doesn't matter, but he'd be in range of all of these guys. And there's still a significant amount of firepower here. So we do need to keep pulling back, and that's kind of the goal. The reason why the Highlander went forward is because next turn the Highlander can flee, and that's kind of the plan. Alright, we'll bring the Transgressor over the top of the Shrek as they sort of pass. Stingray. Pair of PPCs. Oh. Ooh, where's the other Shrek? Ooh, one tile different. Yes. See if you can't cause an effect on this one. We are throwing Fox Snake into some pretty dangerous territory. So that is a concern. Alright, go Flyboys. Now life gets interesting. So turn off for this Darker 3FL. No targets at the moment. Highlander, twist, and flick. So, fire the AC-20. And whip him with the SRMs that builds 5. He'll be able to jump back and be safe. The awesome is, of course, getting shot in the back by the thug. Speaking of, shoot the thug. Where is the turn counter? We can't see in the bottom left-hand corner. Turn counter comes up whenever it comes up. Alright, who's next? Oh yeah, you guys. Not doing anything today. Not engaged. Not attempting to engage. Alright, so the awesome, not in a great position to try and engage that. However, the awesome is in a position to twist in that direction and engage this. 9 versus 9 for that tick tock. That's the only shot he gets. Also, his small laser in the cockpit. It's in a 5. Ugh, I hate it when it changes the primary target. And time for massive fire spam. 29. He's going to build a lot of heat on that, but it's worth it. Transgressor. Damage high-low. Fire the medium. It would be more medium lasers, so let's do that. Because I want to see if I can't plink away enough at him so that he can explode and die. Perfect. Stingray. Target the Shrek. A little bit of a love tap. And then this is the Corsair. Also on the Shrek. And the Corsair as well is going to switch over to medium lasers. Speed carrier. Fire. 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 Oh, no, there's a rear mounted weapon. It can't shoot. Laser. Done. Hellcat. Oh, you son of a bitch. I forgot. Target's in the dead zone. I'm at exact location. Below me. I'm gonna have to fucking chase him. Great. Alright, so yeah. Needed to get below him, and I didn't. Alright, everybody loses 1 altitude. Whereas at the start of every phase, you can count them up. Yeah, we're on round 5. So we are 1/4 of the way there. I don't care if the Mercs get messed up. This is a battle where they are the most needed. Alright, so Crew of the Devastator repairs the weapon malfunction of the Flamer. So the Flamer works again. Enemy Awesome fires at our Stalker, nails it twice. God, these Awesomes are accurate. Opens fire for the Battlemaster, nailing the Highlander. Left torso rear is at 0. Penetration through on left torso rear, crit but no actual damage. That's good. I think the Highlander got away with it. Opens fire for the Highlander, did finally manage to hit the Awesome, hit him in the right arm. Not super useful. And then the SRMs did a good job. Thugs nailing the Awesome, 1 hit, 2 misses. And of course, Thug got hit on the left leg from our ever aggressive A-Bubble. Opens fire for the Emperor at the Corsair, nailed a critical hit on his medium laser, so he's gonna have to pay a piloting check. Luckily he is not a named pilot. Stalker 3F for the enemy, miss. That's good. Enemy Thunderbolt nailed the Transgressor on the way by. So Transgressor, also not a human player pilot. Opens fire for our Awesome, missed, and then yeah, just missed. Friendly Stalker punching through the right arm on the Awesome, damage to left torso, and then just a whole bunch of misses. Nothing special or important. Transgressor taking another heavy hit from the Shrek PPC carrier, trying to shoot it down. Transgressor opening fire on that Shrek. Missed 2 6s in a row, but did manage to hit through with the twin large lasers. Unfortunately, not major penetrations just yet. PPC's at the Corsair, miss, and then hit. The Corsair is also not a human player pilot. Stingray firing. Managing to nail the medium laser, hit on the turret, and then penetration, -1 movement. And then the Ironsides attempted to dive bomb the Hex. And I don't think it hit anything. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Our Corsair then opened up and nailed that Shrek pretty hard. And crew stunned even. They're down to 1 armor left. So awesome, but not getting any crits. Highlander stayed standing. Talik went onto the ground, but Talik should be able to get up. And unfortunately, the Awesome is still standing as well. You're gonna go for a punch. Actually, no. How's your armor currently doing? Boot to the shins might actually work better. I mean, if I get through, I'll blow off the right arm, which does contain his other PPC. Ooh, that's actually a pretty interesting question. Yeah, I think so. Someone's gonna have to finish it off. Is the Awesome arm? It's in the right. Don't risk it, just punch. No, the kicking isn't all that risky. It's a 4, so it's a 91.6. Need a 5 to punch it. 8 damage. Hit the arm. No, he hit the left arm. The exact opposite arm I needed him to hit. Alright, the Transgressor and the Corsair both needed to roll because they took 30 damage on the Transgressor, 18 on the Corsair. Both of them managed to roll successes, so they will continue to fight on, although both of those fighters are now detailed to leave the area. So yeah. Boa, you coming in or what? I did say right arm. So Boa, we need to know, what's your plan? How are you going to handle this? We're on turn 6. You going to push on in? You going to pull back? Devastator Heavy Tank is crippled and withdrawing. Both of them are. So, both of these tanks intend to get out of here. This Shrek is stunned. So these two are not participating. 3 PPCs were taken out of the battle for 1 turn for that. And that may give us enough time to get out of here. We will come in and kick in. There's Laurendal wants to go in. Don't bait him. I saw the BV of the faction. It was 51%. Which faction is that? Us. So the way this works with like putting everything on the field is all of these units are on my team, and then I place them where I want, and then I trader them over to the other faction. And so technically all of these units were a part of my team. Sprog's like, Anna's doing great. Yeah, Sprog wants some loot boxes. Warden, what do? You're Lance Leader. You could even leave early, get right off the field, not have to worry about the question anymore. I wonder if that's gonna trigger though. Hold since the tanks aren't here. Okay, holding away. View game. Dude, I have a concern that I may have set up a victory. Fudge. Needed that firepower. I misclicked. That's gonna be really bad. Alright, Highlander needs to start getting out of here. Time to jump, my friend. Gotta get that cover. Awesome. Walk. How's your armor holding up? Back armor? Solid. Don't get double tapped. What did you do to make it harder? Nothing. Yep. It's just a flesh wound. If we're lucky, somebody will move up into Talik's vision cone. Yeah, that Shrek's pulling in front. Interesting. That'll give me the position I need. I'll put the Battle Master on my mask, though. Oh, my armor is actually in really good condition. Holy crap. Widens things. I'm really kind of annoyed that he can't back up properly. Well, he can weather it. Ooh, got up on a 7. Good job, Talik. Alright, fighters are in the middle of a row, so let's get them involved. YouTube cut? Oh god, this is gonna take a while. Alright, so we're gonna put a cut in here. Don't worry, we're still gonna play on this battle. This battle, we will finish it by the end of things. Play Christine, it's a tight situation. So we're going to be finishing the battle, don't worry. But the people on YouTube, this is going to take them probably all week to finish. So yeah, make sure everybody says goodbye to the YouTube people. And to those YouTube people, thank you very much for watching. I have been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe. Make your bets. Will they be able to pull it off? Will Boa come in early? Now is the chance for you to get involved and answer those questions in your guesses down below. And I will see you all in the next episode.